going on, everyone? You know what it is. It's the MADHATTER. And I decided to post a response vid. I was stumbling through YouTube tonight, and shout out to Hometown Fitteds with the whole what the HTF. His thoughts, his opinions on things. So shout out to you, man. I've always liked your vids. I saw one tonight that you posted a few days ago about the media. No, actually not the media. I did see the one with the media, but the one that really caught my eye was the one of HGH, steroids in sports and all. I agree with everything you said, Hometown Fitteds. Because you look at athletes nowadays. You look at what's going on in terms of sports. You can never tell what is. I'll give you guys an example. Wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling. Well, I started going back into watching wrestling, the WWE. Not too long ago. And a lot of the things that have happened in terms of wrestling is deaths that have happened. I'll give you an example. Eddie Guerrero. A lot of people may not recognize Eddie Guerrero, but he was one of my favorites. He was WWE champion. He had a heart condition. Well, he had a heart condition due to anabolic steroid use, and he passed away about 10 years ago in a hotel. So steroids is basically in HGH. It's one of those things where it's always going to be a controversial topic. It's always going to be a controversial thing because of the names you brought up: Barry Bonds, Lance Armstrong, Roger Clemens, A-Rod, who else? Bodybuilders in general, the physiques they have, I'm sure a lot of it is due to, I'm sure that, most athletes try to do it the proper way of, diet, exercise, staying focused, staying disciplined. But at the same time, it's just one of those things where in the NFL, you've had players, get tested for performance enhancing drugs and shit like that. Ryan Braun of the Brewers. I don't know if any of you guys, any of the fellow Jersey heads are Packers, Brewers, Bucks, Wisconsin Badgers fans or whatever. But Ryan Braun has been the subject of being tested positive. He was in a list or something, and he's claiming his innocence. Rafael Palmeiro. I did not take performance enhancing drugs. Let me make that perfectly clear. He was wagging his finger and then he got caught. So it's just a huge problem, man. It's just a huge problem in sports and in society, because that when you're, let's just put it this way, it's another form of peer pressure, and it's just one of those things where you gotta think to yourself, why are you doing it? Unless you have to. I mean, professional wrestlers, as much as I love watching wrestling, you can't help feel as a fan be concerned at the amount of deaths that happen. And it's mostly because you're taking a toll on yourself with the pain and the suffering. You can only take so much pain in your life. And a lot of times, you have to resort to pills and drugs and all that. So it's not just HGH, it's drugs in general, man, that need to go. And it's just one of those things where you have to ask yourself why. What can we do? What I've never touched a drug before. I'm pretty sure none of you guys have touched a drug before, and it's just, I hope that the 4 major pro leagues can, conduct even stricter testing, where it's like, it's one and done. First offense, you're gone. Get out. We don't want you here. We don't want you to, because like the whole first offense, 50 games, second offense, 100 games, blah blah blah. I mean, you got to be very strict. You got to be like, okay, if you're cheating, then we don't want you in the league. Same thing with like what Lance Armstrong did. Lance Armstrong sued people. He sued people. He vehemently denied doing doping, and he sued people to get their money. When Lance Armstrong knew in his heart that he was the one doing all that shit. And look at him now. He's a bum. He's a fucking bum. And I'm not gonna excuse my language, because this is just who I am. He's a fucking bum. And I'm glad that's what this says. Karma is a bitch for Lance Armstrong. But like I said, HTF, Hometown Fitness, man. Shout out to you, man. Please keep posting more of the what the HTF fits, man, because I know we all about collecting jerseys and all, but this type of thing, I'd like to hear what everyone else. You wanted us to give an opinion on this. Well, I'm giving my opinion on it. Hopefully, we can hear from everyone else. As for an update in my jersey collection, some more things have come up, and my jersey collecting, I'm putting that on hold for the time being. But hopefully soon, within the next month or so, hopefully I can go back to doing what I usually do best. Until then, shout out to everyone. It's like about 1:30. It's about 1:30 in the morning right now, but I had to respond to this because it is a controversial topic, and I hopefully within the next week or so, everyone can respond to this, because it is something that I'd like to hear everyone else give their opinion on. So until then, guys, shout out to everyone, and as always, you know who I am and you know where I'm from. 1.